Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 011111911.
It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Yeah! St. Patrick's Day. Put your St. Patrick fingers in the air. You wouldn't know because you're not Irish enough. But if you're at least 27% Irish, you know what that means. Welcome to the show. It's Jeff Jeremy, the Irishman. 37.5% right here.
How many fingers? When you put your Irish fingers in the air, how many fingers are you putting up?
for 30 plus percent.
3-7.
Let me tell you some other stuff about St. Patrick's Day. Do you know why we celebrate St. Patrick's Day on March 17th?
Something to do with a guy named Patrick?
Yeah, his name was St. Patrick, and he died on March 17th. People in Ireland started observing his death in celebration around the 10th century, I believe, is what my great-grandfather O'Doyle
Is he the only drinker saint in the world?
I don't know about his alcohol consumption necessarily compared to other people, but he was a drinker. That's why we drink.
Okay. That's good to... I mean, is that, though? I mean...
Maybe I'm just making all this up. 30.5 million residents claim Irish ancestry. 30 million of us, unlike you.
I always thought it was weird. So, unless you're... No, even if you're in a leap year. Whenever St. Patrick's Day falls on a certain day of the week, this year it's Tuesday.
Terrible day for it to fall on.
It's a while until we get it on a weekend.
Thursday's even not bad.
But Cinco de Mayo falls on the same day because the number of days, it falls on the same day on the calendar. So
it's always May 5th.
Will be, yes, but May 5th, whenever, and as is today, St. Patrick's Day is always on the 17th, right? So it falls on the same day in May. So in 6 weeks.
You're telling me Cinco de Mayo is always on a Tuesday?
It's on whatever day St. Patrick's Day is on, yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I didn't understand what you're saying. I thought you were saying Cinco de Mayo always falls on a Tuesday. I'm like, no, that's not true. But you're saying it's whatever St. Patrick's Day falls on, Cinco de Mayo will also fall on because they're odd numbers?
No, it's just that's how many days on the calendar. The math adds up. It's whenever it falls on a Tuesday, the Cinco de Mayo is going to fall on a Tuesday too, because of the amount of days.
Right.
Exactly the same.
I'm not ready to commit to you, but I don't have time to look that up right now.
Because I grew up in the Pacific Northwest, St. Patrick's Day, you could not be outside because it's always terrible. Not always, but oftentimes terrible weather on March 17th. Whereas Cinco de Mayo, your chances of having much better weather are there available. And the Sonics were always in the playoffs at that time, so it was a really fun time to go out and play or drink, for that matter. But yeah, so Cinco de Mayo here is not celebrated like it should be, I don't believe. Just like St. Patrick's Day in the Pacific Northwest is not celebrated how it should be. We need to flip-flop that. St. Patrick's Day here is widely recognized. I mean, right now people are getting drunk downtown on a Tuesday. Gosh, that's like Sheryl Crow's dream, right?
I wish we could celebrate Cinco de Mayo like we celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
I do too.
Because I like the food. I like the tacos.
The food better. I like the beer better. I do like Mexican beer better.
Better than Irish beer.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Being a Coors Light guy, I could go either way.
According to Tom.
But I like Mexican beers better.
He says he got this from AI, so he screen capped the AI, and the prompt was St. Patrick a drinker? And it says history doesn't record St. Patrick's personal drinking habits with the same detail as his theology. The answer is likely a yes for his time, but no compared to the modern holiday where everybody gets wasted. The real St. Patrick lived in an era where water was often unsafe to drink, So people were forced to drink fermented beverages like ale or mead for daily staple for hydration. Could you imagine not being able, like kids nowadays, they drink water, bottled water. Are you kidding me with that?
I hated drinking water as a kid. I didn't want to drink it. I only drank it because my mom told me I had to. I would much rather drink a soda or a Capri Sun or a juice, something with flavor. And then at some point, you get older. And now I prefer water over everything, except for coffee.
The image of him being a hard partying drinker is largely a product of folklore and clever marketing in order to sell beer.
Yes. Is he a good dancer? Was he a good dancer? Hey!
That was probably likely a yes for his time.
Where are the young Dubliners at today? Are they in San Diego? Isn't that what they do? They always do a big party somewhere. We're going to look that up for you. Jeff and Jeremy here. Good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day. All right. If you're on your way to a bar, text us. If you just came out of a bar and you turn the radio on, text us. We want to hear where you're at because we can't be there. We used to convince the bosses to let us go there and drink and do our show, but those days are behind us, I guess.
They are doing a private event. That private event pulls down the dollars.
Yes, that's how you do it.
Hey, listen, they've got mortgage payments too.
Hey, later on, we're going to be talking about more beer, the Central Coast Craft Beer Festival. We got tickets to give away today, and it's coming up this Saturday. More on that in a bit.
It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
So, the Poorhouse, they're doing a St. Patrick's Day party, and they got the McNasties and Friends playing tonight. And I believe they do that, like the Dropkick Murphys type, Flogging Molly songs, those kinds of things. And it says that food will, because, food is always an interesting dynamic at the Poorhouse. It's sometimes a food truck, sometimes people bring their own food. It's interesting. It says food will be available for purchase. You can enjoy some corned beef hash, potatoes, and beer bread. Now, corned beef hash. That's where I sit with the I think that's what we're having tonight. Corned beef hash is awesome. Corned beef and cabbage, no.
Oh, you're okay. You like the potatoes. And now, do you get it out of the can or do you use real corned beef?
I'll eat it out of the can. That stuff cooks up awesome. Are you kidding me? It's a crack an egg.
Yeah,
crack an egg over
I
that,
like
man.
It. Well, as we know, I'm a big fan of meat in a can. My colon, not so much, but
right. This will be one of those game time decisions tonight. I'm like, do I really want to put that in my body? Yeah, it's a holiday. Let's go ahead and do it.
I was thinking, what if you put corned beef and hash into a tortilla and made it a burrito with some mustard?
That's where Irish Mexican come in. No, not with the mustard, but like if you put salsa in it, that would be really good. It would be
or a hot
tasty,
sauce or something.
Super tasty.
Tomatoes, onions, salsa in your.
Like, I don't get that option at Chipotle on St. Patrick's Day. Where are you at, Chipotle?
Oh my God, this is an amazing breakfast burrito, isn't it? A corned beef hash breakfast burrito. Is. Have you ever seen that anywhere? Because I have not, and I'm a breakfast guy. I don't think I've ever seen that anywhere, and that would be great. It should be. You have potatoes, the corned beef,
breakfast,
and you just
burrito,
add some eggs and onions.
You're right. You're 100% right on that.
Why are we not doing that?
That should be the standard breakfast burrito, really, to be honest with you.
That's a great
because it's all right there. It's easy to make. Yeah. You can make lots of them.
Corned beef hash breakfast burrito. Why wouldn't somebody think of that?
Because we live in California.
It's corned beef hash on the go, right?
We put locally sourced avocados and tomatoes.
Well, that's fine. You could do all of that. That's fine. It would still, but the base should be corned beef and hash. I mean, it's right there. It's a no-brainer.
I agree.
Drunk.
I agree. That's today's poll question, by the way.
Oh, nice.
We've just game time decision. This poll question brought to you by McCarthy's.
Yeah.
Go score your deer. Go score yourself a deer on St. Patrick's Day at McCarthy's.
I'm getting hungry.
Does a corned beef hash breakfast burrito sound appealing? Is that a good way to phrase it?
You could. I mean, if you want to include some ingredients, it's corned beef hash, which is corned beef potatoes. Throw some scrambled eggs in there. And then, of course, you could add anything to a burrito you want. But think about it. It's your corned beef hash on the go, right there in your hand, in a burrito. And it makes sense. It's got all the qualifiers. You need a protein, meat, Corned beef, check. Potatoes, check. Awesomeness.
Like if you want vegetables, put some sauce.
Put some
in it.
cheese in there. What would be a good cheese? Probably like a Swiss or a lighter cheese.
No,
you know?
not Swiss.
I love Swiss. Well, Swiss comes on a Reuben.
Swiss is gross.
You could do a little Thousand Island dressing in there with some light cheese, maybe Havarti.
That's why I don't trust Reuben's Swiss cheese.
I love Swiss cheese. I love all cheese though. What about Havarti? That's a nice light white cheese.
That would I could get with Havarti on that.
All right, it's an option. Provolone maybe even. It's a little stronger.
But we just want to get your gauge on the on it's just so this is what I have. Does corned beef hash breakfast burrito sound like it's something that should be more mainstream?
Yes.
Like all the time. Like today you could get away with saying, oh yeah, I'm having Irish breakfast. I'm making a corned beef hash breakfast burrito. Why not make it all the time? Because it's going to be excellent.
Well, guess who's doing that tomorrow? Because I'm going to have leftovers. Get over to the poll question at KZOZ.com, brought to you by McCarthy's, where quality matters. McCarthy offers the Central Coast an impressive selection of pre-owned cars. With new car prices at record highs, a pre-owned car is a much smarter choice. Lower interest rates and lower prices. Where? McCarthy's.
Hey, Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
You were talking about the sheriff and the garb that he was wearing. Since you romanticize law enforcement, such as you do.
I wouldn't use that word, but you use whatever you want.
I will. I think you're a police pervert, but that's fine.
What does that even mean, a police pervert?
Well, if you go for a ride along multiple times in your life, that means you're a police pervert. That means you just like police. You're just into police, whatever. I don't mean sexually. I guess pervert would mean sexually, huh? I just mean you have a devout fascination for the industry of law enforcement.
Okay.
I saw a guy. So yesterday I was picking my kids up at school. And in the distance, because it's school release time, right? So there's like a couple intersections by there where you got to really wait for people to go to the crosswalk and do their thing. And there's a mom and two young kids at the far crosswalk, not the one that I was stopped at, but the far crosswalk. And I wait for them and I'm like waving them forward. And then because it's two young kids, it takes her a minute to cross the crosswalk. And then this guy walks up and he's wearing a badge on his belt. He's got a firearm at his side, but he's wearing all black. What kind of police officer is that? Like he was wearing like a black shirt and black pants.
Okay, I'd say it's a police officer has a black uniform.
Okay. So then he walks up to the he walks up to the crosswalk.
He wasn't wearing one of these fuchsia colored halfway button down to show his chest hair.
Dude, you become a product of your environment, okay? I believe I'm with you on this one. I think certain jobs should have the uniforms.
Yes.
That people recognize what you are. You're not just a guy that's like
looks like he's selling Toyotas.
Yeah, he looks like he's working from home. I mean, geez, are you a sheriff? Are you out there in the field? Or are you working from home? Yeah. I mean, what's going on here? And so this guy walks up to the crosswalk. I don't see him because I'm focused on the mom and the kids.
And he's all in black. He might be hard to see.
And when they crossed, it wasn't nighttime. I mean, we're daylight saving time now. I don't have that excuse. And as I start pulling forward, I glance over, and he's just staring me down, like, how come you didn't wait for me, type thing.
Yeah.
Well, one, I didn't see you, but
is he in uniform? I mean, does he have a badge?
He had the badge on his belt.
Oh, he's like a detective. Hot. He's like a detective.
It was maybe that's what it was.
This is cop perverts know this kind of stuff.
And I'm like, oh, sorry, I already rolled too far out into the intersection to like stop and let you go by. So I just kind of looked at him. He stared me down the entire time. Do you think I become a target then for some
yes,
traffic
I do.
infractions?
I do. As a matter of fact, I think your days are numbered. He's coming to get you for sure. And he's like, oh, black minivan, tinted windows. He's probably got drugs in there. We better pull him over.
I mean, I'd be like, hey, listen, I waited for the mom and the kids. They're super slow going across the crosswalk. You can wait your turn. on this one. He walked up in the process of that. I can only assume because otherwise he would have just walked out in front of
Right.
the van while the kids and the mom were crossing the other crosswalk.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. I feel like I'm being profiled unfairly by black shirt police detective. I don't know what he is. What do detectives do?
Have you seen him there since again, or just that one time?
No, it was yesterday afternoon.
Detectives investigate crimes. Do you not watch TV?
Not really. I always thought that detectives were like James Rockford.
Coming up, no, he was a private eye. Different. He wasn't a cop, right? Wasn't he a private eye?
So he was
Rockford
a private
Files?
eye without the safety nets of that a detective has. Like the detective has the safety.
Not
net
seen Law and Order
of the
Special
shield.
Victims Unit, Ice-T?
Of the shield.
He dresses all in black. He has a badge right there. It's very similar.
Yeah, detective.
Detective,
right?
yes.
Not private eye. Private eye, way tougher.
Yeah,
than
no
detective.
badge.
Private
No
eye,
badge.
no badge, no protections, no nothing. In fact, in California, if you're a private eye, you're probably out of business now because you can't be carrying like firearms around and like protecting yourself as a private eye, like James Rockford. Well, James Rockford never used guns. That was his.
Hall & Oates screwed it all up. You know, they said private eyes are watching you. You can't go for that. So, coming up next, we're going to talk to the guys. Heroes on the Water is back this weekend, taking veterans out fishing. They're opening up. If you're a veteran, you're more than welcome to come in. They'd love to take you out. If you're just somebody in the community that would like to hang out with these guys, they have extra boats. They have extra gear. You can bring your own gear. We're going to tell you where the event is and how it works next.